welcome back to the Latera Post podcast. It's been a minute. Not that long, only
A month.
a month or so that we took off. We had started this with the intention of just kind of only doing it when we felt like we had something we really wanted to talk about and not just like willy-nilly, I guess. So we're back though, because we had a great response and we felt like we had more that we wanted to talk about. And so that's what we're going to do. Before we jump into all that though, we're going to recap, go over some things, looking forward a little bit. Do you want to talk about after we got back on social media, which is kind of where we left things off? We were about to hop back on. We did get back on. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we left end of January. We're like we were both I think we were both saying that we were antsy to get back on.
hmm
Well, we got back on and we were immediately done. We were like, "Oh, why was I antsy?" No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I know I never really got back on my personal account. I think I checked my
Yeah.
messages and that was about it. Did you get back on personally?
I got back on it, like I'm logged in, but I never really look at it.
Yeah. And I got back on our the post account for about a week. And while it was nice to talk to people again and see it, I was very quickly like, I have other things that I need to be doing that are more vital to the running of this newspaper than is Instagram. And so, yeah, like a weekend, I was like, I can't do this. I liked being on a break. I was way more efficient with my time, way better at working, closing my computer, being done. And I wanted to go back to that. And so we took the leap and we have a social media manager now, dear Elizabeth. She
Mm-hmm.
came on
We
and
love you already, Elizabeth.
we love her. Yeah, she just I was like, okay, start whenever. And she just took it and ran with it and is killing it. And I know I even told some people on our team that, hey, we have a social media manager now. And they're like, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
she jumped in smoothly.
she's doing great. So if you hop on Instagram, I mean, I hop on occasionally, but more often than not, you'll probably be seeing Elizabeth over there. So,
Or Riley,
or
right?
Riley, yes. Riley is on our team and she does our comic, The Timbers, and she's also kind of helping out with some Instagram messaging. So she's a delight.
Yes. And it's nice to be able to give it to multiple people a
Hmm.
little bit because we both know how much it just can kind of, especially when it's a business, like when it's your personal one, whatever. Obviously, there's one person behind that.
Hmm.
When it's a business and you have to make decisions and you have to communicate, like it's just a lot for one person to hold the weight of a whole business, even if it's
Hmm.
your business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're thankful for those two and anyone else that gets on because multiple people can. And
Mhm.
it's good to spread that because
Yeah. So
social
depending on the
media.
day, depending on the hour, you might get a different one of us.
Yep.
That's the current social media update. And I mean, I am fully my iPhone is gone. I don't touch it anymore. It's
Yeah.
amazing. This feels amazing.
Yes.
Love my dumb
Oh,
phone life.
I just saw something recently. This is a tangent. We can get off of it really quick. But someone was like saying how analog is a trend and it's going to be here and gone. And like light phone, specifically, they're talking about dumb phones and how it's just a trend. And I was like,
Mm-mm.
no, it's really not. Like, especially light phone, what they're
Yeah.
doing, they're creating a whole ecosystem where their phone exists
Yeah. And it depends
that,
on what your intention is going into it.
yeah, like sure, it can be a trend if you want.
If you want. I'm sure some people treat it as such.
Yeah.
I know for me, I'm like, I am peachy. I'm not
Yeah.
looking back. Today, I went and ran errands with my mom and I forgot my light phone. I literally had no way for anybody to contact me and I didn't even bat an eye. I didn't even care
Yeah, it's so
because it's
nice.
like I'm deprogramming myself from feeling the need to be connected. And now
Hmm.
I can just like fully enjoy life. Just the quality is so much better. And once you experience that, you're like, I do not want to go back.
Yep.
I'm totally good. Which, oh, they just put out an update last week and they now have audio messages.
Oh, nice.
So I was
Um,
super thrilled. Round of applause for Lightphone.
yeah, we love Light Phone over here. Like, genuinely,
Love,
I
love them.
love them. Love what they're doing. But that was my tangent. I just think it's not a trend.
No, I feel like that's something we should dive into more yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's a trend?
Honestly, what is a trend
What
nowadays?
is a
Because
trend?
I
That's a
was,
good question.
yeah, like when you think back to like when we were in high school and like there were very clearly defined trends, but they were like that defined like a year and a half of my life. Now I feel like a trend is like literally over within a day. Like it goes through the cycle of this is super cool, everyone buys it, and then it's like already in a month, literally weeks to a month, it is we're
Mhm.
moving on.
Yeah.
And so like to try to keep up anymore, like in high school, I felt like I could keep up,
Right.
like, and especially being in a small town, like you very much dress like your friends but like now, there's just no way.
There's
Like,
no
I'm
way.
so glad I'm not in high school right now.
Do you want to know the first thing that popped in my mind? When I was thinking about being a kid with trends. Silly bands.
Oh, yeah.
Those lasted for more than a day.
Those lasted for like a year, more than a year.
For probably longer than they should
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
have.
For sure. But
Yeah.
that is like, what does it even mean to be trending anymore? Like, it's just
Mhm.
such a viral moment in time that really means nothing next week
Right.
because
And
of
I think it matters too, like, well, I said we were going to get into this later, but here we are. I think it matters too what the quote unquote trend is. Like, is it buying a specific product or item of clothing? That's probably going to burn out. Is it like a movement towards a lifestyle? Usually there's more reasons behind, oh, I like that, it's cute, I'm going to buy it. And the more reasons somebody has, the more foundation it has to actually have longevity. And so
yeah,
something like the analog movement, it's like we've been living immersed in social media for 10, 15 years, and we're hitting a done point. I don't think we're gonna do this for 6 months and then go, oh, I just want to go back to Instagram.
yeah.
I just don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't either because we've never experienced not posting our life online. So like once you taste it, I feel like, so I stopped posting probably, I don't know, a year ago or so, where I just like, I stopped thinking about what photo am I going to take to post, right?
Yeah,
Which fundamentally changes your experience with whatever you're doing.
for
Like,
sure.
oh, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing because I'm not going to take a photo of myself.
Yeah.
Or like, you just kind of let go of some things. And I think
Mhm.
that's not a trend.
Yeah. If
I,
anything, let's be honest, Instagram is the trend.
yeah, like
That's what
it's,
the trend is. Like that's like the thing. I feel like a part of a trend is something that's like quote new, kind of like out of the ordinary. And if you think about it, like being like this, like up close with your phone, constantly thinking about social media, that's not what's the norm. Like the people in front of you, your family, your kids, your husband, like that's the norm. And
mhm.
so for people to want to be more focused on that, I don't know. To me, I just think it has a lot of really, it just has a good foundation to it. And that's why I don't think it's a trend. Some people might treat it as a trend. I'm sure you'll see some people who try and monetize it and
Oh,
whatnot.
for sure.
For sure. Um, capitalize on the movement. There's going to be people who do. Um, but there's just more to it. It's a movement, in my opinion.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
People are collectively just done.
Yeah. And specifically our age group, I feel like, which
Yeah.
is a whole nother topic. And I
Yeah.
know that the internet did exist before social media. Like there were chat rooms and forums and whatever, which is so funny because like that is not my experience. My experience with social media or with the internet is social media. Like I can't
Hmm.
even, it's hard for me to even distinguish the two. And so
Hmm.
I feel like our generation specifically, who can't even separate the internet and social media, that is who you see kind of moving away.
Yep.
But the people who maybe grew up more in like the forums and the whatever, like that's just a totally different thing because you could still go into it and then leave it.
Hmm.
And so,
That's a good
yeah.
point. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I guess if we just want to keep on this line, we didn't know this is where we were taking this, but here we
Yeah.
are. So then the question is like, what are we? What is our new space?
Yeah. I
Are
know. I've
we
thought about
someone
this a
who's
lot.
capitalizing on a movement, or are we something that's gonna last? Are we genuine? I'm sure those are questions
Oh,
people have,
yeah, for sure. Questions that I think we even have to wrestle with
for
because
sure.
it is a product of our time. It is a product of where we're at. But like that's anything on the market is a product
Mhm.
of our social.
Right. I mean, that's like
Like,
how any invention has come to be is like someone sees a need and they do something about it. And
mm-hmm,
then the question is like, how do they do it? And I think
mm-hmm,
that's where you distinguish like really good products, businesses, and not so much is what are, how are they doing it? What is their why? And I mean, I'll say for us, like, we're not just like, oh, let's just throw this together so we can put something out there. I mean, I think if people like really understood how much time is going into this, like, I look at the hours our team puts in and it blows my mind.
mm-hmm.
I'm like 100 plus hours a week.
Yeah. 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 And then 4 weeks for a paper, for one paper to get out, or however.
Right.
It's just, yeah, it's a process and um yeah, it's just such a cool thing to see evolve too and like see it take shape and have a life of its own where I feel like collectively we've all put something of ourselves towards it. And it just, you don't get that online. You don't get that through social media. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's a trend. And I think, I don't know, we could talk about this forever.
We could talk about this a long time. There might be a part two to this. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, those, I mean, genuinely, I mean, for people listening who are readers, who are new to finding us, it's like we want people to know that we take this very, very seriously. These are questions and
Yes.
thoughts and are the whys we wrestle weekly, daily. Like we are really, really so genuinely trying to put our best foot forward in doing something that, well, for us is new. None of us have done anything like this before. We
Hmm.
are, yeah, and like when we started, we had no idea this is where we would be. If someone had told me this is where we would be on, well, as people are listening, issue number 7, March is going to be start going out in 7 issues. I cannot comprehend that. The amount of growth that has happened just between like our issue number 1 to issue number 7, but also just like within our team, within my own brain, within
Hmm.
like it is just it's a lot to keep up with. Just like I'm like,
Hmm.
whoa, this is happening really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then I feel like that just does make me want to, the faster it feels, the more makes me want to go like, oh, okay, let's slow this down so I can comprehend what's happening and hopefully make good decisions.
Yeah. Yep. It's, yeah, I don't even know what to add to that. It is. All that to
Yeah.
say, I was thinking about it the other day. This is like kind of online with what we're just talking about. Maybe not, but um, I think the thing too that separates our paper from like, okay, any of our writers could just go post what they've written for the paper online. For sure, they could do that. All the photos that are in there, all the whatever we put in this paper could 100% go we put it online. I think the difference is that like whenever you post something online, you know how many people are clicking it, you know how many people are reading it, you know how many people um yeah, you're trying to market it, you're trying to push it, and you are always having to think about that aspect of it. When these people, any of our writers, any of us, any of our photographers, whatever, put anything in this paper, it's a trusting of their gifting. They are trusting that the gift that they are giving out to the world in this paper is just gonna be seen and land where it needs to.
Yeah.
They can't track it, they can't follow it, they can't know, they can't,
Mhm.
there's no likes, there's no comments, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't get, there's no approval. Like
Mm-mm.
it really is just like, here is this gift. I'm
I know
trusting
it's
it.
out there and I'm going to
Yeah.
find joy just in that it's out there. Because even like
Yes.
some, like we get some feedback, direct feedback, but it's not like we're going and like posting it on a board for everyone to see. Like our writers are just truly just finding joy and contentment in the fact that they put their heart out there and just trusting that it's being accepted by our readers. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, which I think ties into we really wanted this episode to be about generosity. And I think that is where I see there's so many different things we could talk about. But one thing I want to talk about with generosity is I do think it takes a lot of trust, a lot of generosity of heart, a lot of spirit and soul and whatever else
Mm.
to put your work out there and know that you're not really going to be praised for it. Like even the feedback that we've gotten has been like kind of more as a whole, like, hey, I love your paper as a whole.
Mhm.
We don't necessarily have people being like, oh, I love this article or this article or this article.
Right.
It's more of like the whole thing, which is great. And I hope our writers know that the work they do and have put forth is amazing. Like,
Hmm.
and I just it's so generous. It's just really cool that they go above and beyond to deliver their best
Hmm.
for the paper.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I feel like that's true. I think that's why our content and our writing is so, in my opinion, next level. It is
Mm-hmm.
so good. And I think it's because people are genuinely writing out of just their creative hearts. Like they're just doing it for the joy of it and not like in the back of my mind, like, oh, if I write this, like what will this do? What will this, like they're, and that's what I tell like anyone who comes to write we'll usually talk about like a general topic, but we leave it very open-ended. And what I say almost every time is the best pieces come when you write from your heart, right? What's been on your heart and mind in these last weeks and months, that is what you're going to be most passionate about. That's what you're going to feel most, that's what's going to flow. And that's what these people are writing about, are subjects that they genuinely love. And that is why the writing is so good. Because each
Mm-hmm.
person is like in their niche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it there's they drop a lot of the pretense that social media brings with it. Like, yeah, there's just no, you don't have to uphold like a vision or a, perception of you or of your writing or whatever because it's a collection of things.
Yeah,
And I
you
think,
can't just like click their name and go look at their
yeah,
profile.
yeah.
I can't like see a name and go, oh, well, how many kids do they have? Where do they live? How nice is their house? How whatever. It's like, oh, this is their name. This is cool. And then you respect that person for their name, maybe feel a little connection like, oh, I also live in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Like just that's where like the camaraderie and the community where it feels starts to feel genuine because you're not like having this whole list of things in your head that you're looking for, checking, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So it's crazy just like what social media has done to our perception of like, yeah, who am I as a writer? Who am I as a photographer? Who am I as this and this and this? Whereas we get to say, bring us your best and we know it'll be good enough.
Yeah. Okay, so what our goal was today then was to get into generosity. And I mean, that's a huge topic, but I know it's something you've been thinking about a lot lately, Bailey. We've had some conversations about it. We've introduced some new offerings on our website that have to do with generosity. And so we felt like we needed to get into it.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm going to talk about what we put up on the website because I think that's a good starting point. We now have a listing titled Pay It Forward, and that is where you can go and you can buy a subscription for someone else. It's going to be anonymous for someone else. Like you don't know who it's going to. Someone else can come and claim it for free. We're doing this because I just think a lot of my personal like thoughts around this are gonna come from Charles Eisenstein's book Sacred Economics. I've already mentioned it here. I love the book. I just reread it. I just get lost in his grounded optimism. Like he is so optimistic about what the world can be and also like very grounded in where it is. And yeah, he offers a lot of like practical, I don't want to say solutions, but like practical ways that we can live in a gift mindset. So, like an abundant mindset. And yeah, I'm trying to think of
It's
what
been
I
a
want to
topic that's
say.
just been really important to you
Yeah.
and has really impacted just your view on your community and the world and just how you
And
live out your life. And it's brought a lot of benefit to your life. And so and it's just something that there's just not a lot of naturally, at least in our society as it currently is.
yeah, and it definitely informs how I step into business as well. Like, I want to be generous, I want to be open-handed, I want to trust that the gift I put out is going to find where it needs to go. And I think when I think about work I've done in the past, or not even work, just jobs that I have done in the past, there's always that inkling in the back of your mind, like, I'm just doing this to get by, right? Like, I'm just getting by. This paper is not that. Like, this paper has felt like the first time that I feel like, one, I'm in working with a group of people who all have a similar goal. Like, we're working towards the same thing. And I get to use my gifts. And it's been fun to actually figure out where my giftings actually are. Like I've thought like, oh, this is my giftings. And then like turns out actually I'm maybe better over here. Or, you know, you
Mhm.
learn a lot about yourself when you
Yeah.
are asked to bring the best of yourself. And that's been a blessing too. And so I think something that I cared a lot about was like, how can we foster a sense of community within and foster a sense of gifting within Latura? And yeah, this pay it forward felt like a good idea, I guess, for people who maybe could basically just had the money to be able to like, hey, I want to support your guys' mission by giving a subscription to someone else.
Mhm.
Um, so that listing is there. We put up a couple every month as well, just that we, support and we have that there. But basically, if someone buys one, it gets listed as in stock for someone to claim, right? Is that how it
Yes. Yeah.
shows up?
I have to manually go in and do it, so you won't see it the second you check out, but we catch it pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've had quite a few people claim those that we've put up. And yeah, I just really hope that it's a blessing to them. And
Mhm.
I think part of living in like an abundant mindset is like more for me is more for you. And I don't have to worry that more for you means less for me.
Mhm.
And so I just really want everyone to be able to experience beauty, especially like beauty is so foundational to shaping who we are. And
Mhm.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's that listing. I could get a lot more into Charles' book, but and I probably will. I will like
Mhm.
as we go through it because I just think it just touches on something that like we've all felt and maybe didn't have words to put towards it.
Mhm.
And that's where I just connect really deeply with it. And I know a lot of people like braiding sweetgrass is really popular.
Hmm.
right now. I think his book complements that book beautifully. I think they're two sides of the same coin. And I always wonder if they're friends in real life because I feel like they would be the two authors, but yeah, I don't know. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I have been thinking about this a lot lately too, just because you have been talking about as you've been reading through the book, and we've had some fun conversations
yeah.
already. So this feels very natural to record because this is just like a genuine conversation between Christine and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking about how generosity's role in our society as it currently is. And I think, like with the age of technology, social media, all these things, we've just become a very inward facing society where we're really, really focused on ourselves and like what will I do? Like what the actions I take, how those will, like if I put something out there, how will it affect me? So usually like we're not throwing things out there, no strings attached. If that
Mm-hmm.
took me a bit
Mm-hmm.
to get there, but I was just thinking about that and how, it's like, oh, if I put that out there, well, what if this kind of person comes and gets it? I don't want that kind of person to do it. Or it's like there's always kind of that, like, what if? And what are the strings attached?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that that's just like a very burdensome way to live. When
Mm-hmm.
like you were just saying, like, I'm going to trust that the gift gets where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it might not.
Yep.
But sometimes it also might not in the way we thought it would. But maybe something happens, someone takes that gift without good intentions, but maybe down the road, it like creates some seed of thought or some
Mm-hmm.
self-evaluation. Like we can't control how other people accept our gifts, nor can we know the full ramifications of of our actions either,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so who are we to, I don't know, like obviously we have to live wisely and there's boundaries. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
you can't put yourself in a dangerous situation for the sake of, like there's
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
But for something like what we are offering, which is a year of newspapers, it's like, what do you have to lose?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And we also do like explicitly ask like those who do claim subscription, it's like, okay, maybe you can't financially come and buy someone a subscription, but go forth in your own community and take the same concept and practice it. And
Yes.
I think if we
Yes.
just like collectively work towards having an open-handed, generous mindset, that is an integral part of what beauty is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think about that a
Integral.
lot. Yes. Like the connections to beauty and community. And something that he talks about in his book is to receive a gift, you also have to be okay with some sense of obligation. Like
Mhm.
it does arise in you a sense of gratitude. It should. A gift
Yeah.
should create gratitude in you, and that gratitude creates an obligation to give it back.
Yeah.
It might not be in the same way, but like you said, to go forth
Yeah.
into your own community and how can you take that gift of whatever,
Yeah.
express that get gratitude in ways that you can, because you always have an abundance of something, whether that's just like positivity, I don't know, bananas, like whatever. You probably have something that is doing no good sitting in your corner or sitting going bad in your bread cabinet, like Nick loves to bake. My husband loves to bake. And he'll just like take it to his professors and his residents and like I'm like, what? He's like, well, we can't eat it all. Like, you're right. No, I don't want stale bread. So
Yeah.
he
And
could
those
he
people who do claim a subscription, that newspaper is going to come to their door once a month for 12 months. They have 12 opportunities to be reminded
mm-hmm.
of what was gifted to them. And my hope was that each month it would inspire more and more to keep putting that out there. And so, like another big part of like why we felt like this felt right to have as an offering is we have a lot of people who say they want to support us. They love what they're doing and they want to support us. The buy-in to supporting us, a subscription, $50, is pretty low. And there
Yeah.
are people who, I mean, there are some people who don't have financial flexibility, and there are people who do. And
Hmm.
so if you are someone who's like, I really want to support this mission, to us, this isn't like, this is, you're supporting us through giving beauty to someone else.
Yeah.
And that's what like you said, bringing community, bringing women together, bringing the sense of like we are a collective group of women moving towards a goal. And we are just like helping each other up. And today it's me helping you, and tomorrow it's you helping me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like gifting is circular. Like it doesn't just flow one way and it always comes back. And I think, and that's like, it's so hard because we are a community of women who are spread out all over the world at this point. We have papers going everywhere. And so to really trust that it does come back around is really hard because
Because you might not tangibly see it. You
you might
likely
not change.
won't.
Yes. And I think, though, if we are, if you are interested in our paper in the first place and what we put in there, I think we're already of like a kindred spirit. And like, I already know, okay, these people, yeah, like, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I also was like, okay, can we take this one step further? Like, can we grow on what we already all think is important? Because you're purchasing our paper. Like, clearly there's something that we're connecting on. Like, yeah, let's just take that a step further. And yeah, might not ever, or it might not come back around in like tangible ways for our business or for you and I specifically, but I think it'll come back around. That is something
Mhm.
that I really do trust in, and why I want to bring my best self and my fullest self to what I do with the
Mhm.
papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it just always comes back to what our whole mission is, which is may beauty arise.
Hmm.
And, thinking back on like what we were just saying with we feel to be in a society that's very much looking inwards. It's like what happens when we arise out of that? When instead of looking in, we start looking out and we start looking at how our actions affect people and not people and then us.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
just like genuinely think about the people around you and how kindness and generosity and just general sacrifice of the self can it does it usually does come back around. And that's not to say that in a selfish way, but it's like again it's circular. Like we that's just a huge part of the even just like the whole concept that we are hearing more and more of beauty will save the world is it's not just oh beautiful things will save the world. It's like no, the beautiful things are already there. It's what you
Hmm.
do with them. It's the actions it calls you to. Like you can say that all you want, but what are you actually doing? Are
Yep.
you actually taking action?
Exactly. And using your gifts. Like your gifts are beautiful. Your gifts are going to be different than my gifts. Your gifts are going to be your own. And they can be, I think our society is really obsessed with like, oh, you're good at something. Why don't you monetize it?
Mm.
It's like, this is where I think people can really step into the gift economy and the gift of self of like, use your gifts without worrying about monetizing it.
Yeah.
Because that the second you monetize it too, is like, that's when it becomes not very fun anymore either. And so like if
Yeah.
you're really good at taking photos, take
It
some
feels
photos of
it feels different when you start photographing 4 weddings a month.
yes, can
Like
confirm.
can confirm because we've both been there.
Yes. And now I just do film photography for like my sister-in-law when she was pregnant. And I love those. She loves the photos. Like, that's where I felt like something like that or whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. The point is
Mhm.
to to have beauty arise, to really step into that. Your giftings matter. You have unique ones. And when you can give of those freely, that's a more beautiful world. Like that's where we want to go. And yeah.
Yeah. And I also
Right.
I feel like it's like, oh, well, I did something nice and I feel good about it. And people feel like, oh, does that mean that negates the nice thing I did? It's like, no, I think that's just like a natural,
Yeah.
that's like, it's gonna
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
That
Like,
shouldn't be a reason like, oh, I shouldn't do nice things because then I just feel good about myself. And it's like, if you feel satisfaction, but you're not like, if you're feeling satisfaction, like going and posting on Instagram saying, oh, look at this thing I did,
yeah.
maybe you should pause. But if you're just like, that I brought joy into someone's life that felt good, that's
Yes.
just logical.
Yes. And going back to his book, which I will continue to do, his whole thing about like the gift economy, he's like, it has to be communal. Someone has to be a witness to your gift. Because if no one witnesses the gift that you gave, how can anyone know that a gift needs to come back to you? Like, how can they know your needs if the gifting isn't witnessed? And so he's just like very, very obsessed, I guess, with the idea of community and how like a gift economy can really only work like a true full-on gift economy with a group of people that sees everything and
Hmm.
sees your satisfaction in gifting something and sees also your need. Because
Yeah.
if you don't ever share those things, if you don't know those things, then how can you ever expect to receive what you would need?
Yeah. I mean, I just think about like my own personal life, the friends and people in my life who I know who have gone out of their way to give a gift, a blessing of their time, of their money, of their just anything. Like those are the people when I like have a spare week and I'm like, "Oh, I want to do something for them."
Mm-hmm.
And it's that whole like gift economy is it's like
Yeah.
you and that's what a friendship is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that just think about like your best friends. It's mutual. It goes back and forth.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And he made a point in the book that I love. He's like, friendship is not consuming together. That's not friendship. That's just a half-lived life. Like, friendship is like you are working towards something together. You are bringing your best selves and working through things and giving each other what you need. And I think like that is why, I mean, you and I have loved working together because it's like you bring this, I bring this,
Hmm.
we're gonna work towards something. And it didn't just start you and me, the six of us and everyone that we've added. It's like, even when money is exchanged for like, hey, thank you for doing this,
Hmm.
we know that there's something beyond that. Like we've gone above and beyond, not just for the money, but to work towards something.
Hmm.
So money really at its most like basic level is just a token of
Right.
appreciation.
What we've talked about before is just everything
Hmm.
has a value, everything has a cost.
Yeah.
And our society just money is a how our society rolls. And so yeah, it's just naturally a part of it.
Yeah. But you definitely know and you can feel when someone does something just for the money. Like it's no longer a gift when people are just
People are really instinctual and really, you can get the
hmm
vibe. If you're honest with
yeah.
yourself, you can have an interaction and you can be like, hmm, I feel a certain way about that. And most times I feel like your instinct is usually right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, how do you feel? Do you feel icky?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even think about like the last place you went out to eat. Like I just Nick and I went to a place in Lincoln recently and it was so good. So good. Like obviously we paid handsomely for that meal. As you do when you go to a restaurant, you can't just dine and dash. Say thanks for the gift. But you also feel the sense of like pride that the chef had in every single dish she puts out there and the sense of like love and community that because everything was local ingredients, all of that. And you can just, that even though there's money being exchanged, that there is this level of like gift on top of it of like, I'm giving you my best and
And
money, no
that's
amount
where
of
the why
money.
is.
Yeah.
Like clearly it wasn't just like if you're just going through a McDonald's,
Yes.
you're gonna get a feeling, but think about what their why is. And then think
Mm-hmm.
about like a local restaurant who's using goods from local
Mm-hmm.
makers and farmers. It's gonna have a very different feel And it comes down to their why.
Hmm. Yeah. You know when things are just a transaction.
Mhm.
And yeah. Yeah. So we want to be generous people. And I think that is
Yeah.
like something that has led us to where we are now at Latura is like
Yeah, it's become a
hopefully.
pretty big foundation of just how we operate and like what our default is. I
Mm-hmm.
think when we're customer service or just putting together our papers or everything we're doing, one of the things at the forefront of our mind is generosity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how
Yep.
can I make this not about me? How can I make this about all of us, the team, the readers, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. And we've experienced generosity from people who are not on our team but have contributed to the
Mhm.
paper. Um, and so out of that, we want to show our gratefulness like by being generous.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah, it's a circle and it's a great circle. And especially creative women, I think, because sometimes it can feel like there's nowhere to go or it's super competitive. Obviously, like you and I being there in the photography space, it's competitive and
Mhm.
it just kind of runs you into the ground and it's not very fun. But this is fun and this has felt fun since we began. And I think
Mhm.
there's a reason for that.
Yeah, it gets more fun.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
blast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just seeing it in people's hands, it just never gets old.
Yep.
People
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, I saw your paper and I loved it." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It
great.
is.
That's my gift. Seeing people just be happy. It's just like,
Yeah.
ah, it is like you said, like you've done a lot of things, I've done a lot of things. There's just something about this that's like this just makes sense. This clicks.
Mm-hmm.
This is a culmination of everything I've done in my life leading to something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah, it is. Um, Sorry, listeners, if you keep getting my cough in your headphones or your phone. Oh, someday I won't have this anymore.
I'll try editing.
Yeah, get it real. Gonna have to
If
clip a
it's
lot.
choppy.
Yeah. Sorry about that. This is why I was so worried about recording on Sunday because I was like, you're gonna be talking and I'm gonna be hacking. You like you can't clip that because you're talking. So
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's even much else to say. Mic
yeah.
drop. We said it. Mic drop.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you are listening to this and you go and you see the pay it forward thing, yeah, if you're curious
Give
about
it
it,
some
ask us
thought.
questions. Yeah, ask us questions. We're happy to share. It's really fun to see people claim them. I know it'll bless them. I know like I know they're gonna enjoy it. Like almost maybe even more than the people who paid $50. Like
Yeah.
there's something about like you also have to humbly accept that gift. And I think that's a huge part of it of like
Hmm.
you gotta swallow your pride sometimes to accept a gift. And that can be difficult. And like even like a compliment, like it can be all of us deflect compliments. Like I think our culture is pretty good at that. Like we're like, oh no. And so like to accept a compliment, to accept a gift, yeah, that also takes a lot of yourself to do. And so yeah, every time I see someone claim one, I get really excited for them and
Hmm.
can't wait for it to show up for them. So
Yeah. Yeah. Give it a thought. Think through like, and I will say it's just if you are someone who loves what we're doing and wants to help us keep going and support the team and support the mission, that is the most tangible way you can do something. Like I would take that over a check any day.
yep.
Any day. It
Yes.
it just that is what our paper is about.
Hmm.
Sharing beauty with others. And that's just a very direct way to do it. And so I don't know. Know it is hard to put something out there and not know where it's going. Um, but it's not a big buy-in either,
Mm-hmm.
if we're being honest.
Yeah. 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 So with that though, we have our April special edition coming up. We haven't really talked much about that, but if you've been around, you saw our first special edition paper in December. Special edition, it means that it's bulkier, so there's more pages. December was double, so we had 16 pages. This
Yep.
has 12,
14.
14. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
insert. Yeah.
yeah. We don't want to give away too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah. It'll
have
be
some surprises with
yes.
April.
Yes. It's
Spring felt the
beautiful.
right time to bring in some new, bring in
Hmm.
some life.
You're trying so hard not to give away. Yes,
Read
it's
between the lines.
yeah, yeah. It's wonderful. We're super excited about it. So yeah, now is a great time to kind of yeah, I think start a subscription. That would be a great time to do that.
Mhm.
Because the special editions are included in your subscription. You get those are one of your 12. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
It's a treat. Yeah, we have a
Hmm.
really, really fun guest lineup, which we'll
Yeah.
announce at some point. So, yeah, as this episode's coming out, March is probably just beginning to get delivered. So first off, enjoy your March issue. It's
Yeah, because it's beautiful.
it's beautiful. We
I cried.
love right?
We cried when I saw it.
We loved how March came together.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like the first hint of spring. Such a treat. So enjoy that. But then get excited for April because it's also going to be fun. I mean, it really is just like our mind behind creating the issue was we want this to be an absolute celebration. Just we're all rejoicing that it's spring. We want it to feel
Hmm.
happy, full of life. And it's going to be a good one.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, March. I'm super excited for March too, but by the time this is released, March will be closed for ordering, except for our archives. It will be there,
Yeah.
but
Which
those go fast
a note on archives. February sold out
in a
way
week.
faster than we were expecting.
Yeah.
So we printed a lot more March.
Hmm.
Hopefully they stay in stock through the month of March.
Yep.
We'll see
Yeah.
how crazy you guys are.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we just love that people are coming back and buying up the archives because I do think, yeah, it's fun to hold like the whole collection up to this point. Yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have another fun thing coming out along. Oh, it might be up by the time you're listening to this podcast.
Hmm.
We have a little surprise in our store. So go check it out when you listen to this. If it's not there, wait a couple days and check again.
Yeah.
But the first week of March, there will be
Yes.
a surprise. So, just like a little addition, a little add-on to our spring issue. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Check it out.
check it out.
Latura.com. So, going forward for this next little chunk of podcasts that we're going to do, we've had some people that wanted to hear from more of our team members. Luckily, they said yes, they would love to be on. And so
They're
we're going to be,
stoked.
yeah, yeah. So we're going to be bringing on some team members, having some fun conversations. We're going to kind of get into some of the like their own interests and also some of like the things they do for the paper and how they bring their best self to the paper. So
Hmm.
they're all amazing. It's going to be so fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too.
Yeah, our goal is to release episodes. I mean, this is the first Monday of March, and our goal is through February.
Through,
My goodness,
I was like, are
the
we
goal,
moving backwards through time?
the goal is through April.
Yes.
Through April. So is that 9 episodes? I think
Yeah.
it was 9. And it's going to be a really fun lineup. So I think we have 4 or 5 guest episodes.
Yeah.
And the others, you just get to listen to us, little
Yeah.
old us.
Yeah. So if you have questions for us in particular, you can drop them in the comments. Um, yeah, I think we'll probably just do our thing with our guests because we already know we have so much to talk about with them. But if you do have very particular questions that you'd like our team to answer, you can drop them and we might get to them. We'll just see how much we chat. Three of us on a call might be 2 hours long.
Yeah, those might be longer episodes. Forewarning.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
It'll be
they'll
fun.
be good.
Yeah. Yep. Well, until then, though,
See you next week.
see you next week.